Hey everyone, I'm Ascending Angela. Welcome back to my channel. So, if you haven't already done so, please refer to my warm-up and proper belly dance posture video to get you properly aligned and warmed up for this dance. And please consider doing so before every video to follow after this one. So, we've already done a basic hip lift in our previous video. Today I want to show you a hip drop. So, again, in belly dance posture. Now you're ready to dance. So with the basic hip lift, we were straightening our knees out to pop the hip up. In the hip drop, we're going to start a neutral position again, where your knees are slightly bent so that you can have some give and protect your knees and your back. With the hip drop, you're going to make an exaggerated knee bend. Bend that knee down just a little further. Okay, so here you are in neutral. Your jeans are zipped up, your knees are bent slightly, and you're going to just bend one knee even further out, further down. And see how that hip naturally drops when you exaggerate that knee bend. So typically with a hip drop, your knees are going to be bent a lot more than with a hip lift because you need that room to wiggle. So that's why when you're doing any kind of hip work, moving your chest up and out of the way is essential so that you can have a lot of prominent movement and it can be seen down here. So lift that chest up, get it out of the way, bend your knees slightly, and tuck in your tailbone or zip up your jeans, and you're just going to do an exaggerated knee bend. With any knee that you prefer, go ahead and bend that knee. Again, bend that knee. And again, bend. Try the other hip. Again, slight give in the knees, and bend. And straighten. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. And when I mean straighten, I mean back to neutral, which is slight bend in the knees. Never return to a sharp, straightened knee. You always want to have bounce in your step and be lower to the ground to get your center of gravity when doing dance. So, let's try that again. Drop by bending down, and try not to change levels. Belly dancing is all about isolation, so you want to stay neutral. Nothing moves but your hip and your knee. Your knee bends, dragging the hip down with it. That's all that should be moving. So again, lift the girls up out of the way and drop, and back to neutral. Drop and back to neutral. Other hip, drop, back to neutral, and drop, and back to neutral. Let's try that again, using both hips at the same time. Well, one at a time, but we're going to get a rhythm going here. So choose the hip that you want to drop, or you can follow me. Drop, and drop the other hip. Drop. So now you notice that both of your knees are seriously bent down, and that's what you want. This is the posture you want, and this is the level you want when you are doing consistent hip dropping, because you want to protect your lower back and you want to protect your knees. So again, proper dance posture, and drop that hip. Lift your chest out of the way, drop the other hip, drop, and drop, and drop, and drop, and bend that knee, bend, and bend, and bend, and bend, and bend. A little bit faster would look like this. Drop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop, 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 drop. You can frame the hips. Pretend like you have 2 pillows underneath your arms. Or you can pull your elbows back a little, framing those hip drops. You can present them. Hello, here's my beautiful hips. You can have your arms out in front, arms overhead, and of course, frame your head like a beautiful princess. Get that pillow up underneath your other arm, and you're gonna drop and drop and drop and drop and drop. Other side. I'm standing on the ball of my foot with the hip that I want to drop to give it a little extra starting room. So you want to frame your head, get that pillow behind you, and drop your hip. Drop, drop, and drop. So there's just a few things that you can do with a hip drop, and you can use a hip drop as an accent move or your main move. I hope you enjoyed this belly dance tutorial on a basic hip drop. I will leave a link to my basic hip lift in the description box below. Please comment and let me know how you're enjoying these videos, or if there's any other questions you have, please ask them in the comment boxes below. And also don't forget to like and share this video with people who you think might find this fun and exciting to learn. And it also helps my channel be more visible to people who might find this subject interesting and a fun workout. And also consider subscribing, because we're not done. We've got so many moves to cover in this series, and I look forward to working with you again. See you then.